the floor where they drop like bombs. Faceless voices running all the cons. Digital whispers in the binary night. No light, no face, pure sound, no sight. Stories unfold in the dark unscrolled. Echoes of silence, secrets untold. Waves crash loud in this audio cave. No mic, no fame, just the sound we crave. Tune and turn up, let the silence break. Raw, unfiltered, hear the earthquake. No mic needed, just a vibe that's real. Faceless words you can touch and feel. In shadows, voices untamed. No need for spotlight, no claim to fame. Just a beat of life in a stream of thought. Every word a punchline, no need to be taught. Just listen close, no visuals needed. Raw conversation, unprocessed, unseated. Feel the pulse in every sentence said. No distractions, just thoughts in your head. Whispers of the streets, rumbling through. Faceless yet vivid, a world in view. No mic, just souls, connecting in flow. Pure and raw, let the rhythm go.
We are not so naive as some think of us. We do not believe that a neutral base will turn men into angels. We know quite well that the people who are evil will still be evil, but we believe that communication and relationships based on a neutral base will at least do away with the great mass of brutality and crimes which are caused not by ill will, but simply by mutual misunderstandings and impositions. Address to the Second World Congress of Esperanto, Geneva, Switzerland. August 27, 1906. L. Zamenhof was a Polish ophthalmologist and the creator of Esperanto, the most widely spoken constructed international auxiliary language. He developed Esperanto with the goal of fostering understanding and peace between people of different cultures through a neutral and easy-to-learn language. His work on Esperanto began in the late 19th century and has since led to a global community of speakers and advocates for the language. The formative years of L. Zamenhof and the genesis of Esperanto. L. Zamenhof's early life was profoundly shaped by the unique socio-cultural landscape of his birthplace, Bialystok, which in 1859 was part of the Russian Empire. This city was not merely diverse, it was a vibrant, yet often volatile, microcosm of Eastern European ethnic and linguistic complexities. Imagine a city where, within its approximately 20,000 to 30,000 residents in the mid-19th century, you would encounter a significant Jewish population, estimated to be well over half the total, alongside substantial communities of Poles, Belarusians, and Russians. Each group largely spoke its own language, Yiddish for the Jewish inhabitants, Polish for the Poles, Belarusian for Belarusians, and Russian for the Russian administration and settlers, and often adhered to distinct religious practices: Judaism, Catholicism, Orthodox Christianity. This linguistic and cultural mosaic, while rich, unfortunately often led to friction and misunderstanding. Zamenhof, growing up in this environment, was an eyewitness to the street battles and ethnic-based quarrels that occasionally erupted, fueled by mutual incomprehension and historical prejudices. He later recounted that his childhood was filled with anguish due to these divisions. This direct observation deeply ingrained in him the conviction that the lack of a common, neutral language was a primary catalyst for animosity and conflict among people of different backgrounds. He theorized that if people could easily communicate, many of these societal tensions would naturally dissipate. Zamenhof himself was a prodigious linguist, a trait that undoubtedly contributed to his unique perspective on language and its potential. He was reportedly bilingual in Yiddish and Russian from a very young age, speaking both with native fluency. His father, a teacher of German and French, ensured he also acquired proficiency in these European languages. As he progressed through his education, first in Bialystok and later in Warsaw and Moscow for his medical studies, his linguistic repertoire expanded dramatically. He delved into classical languages such as Latin, Greek, and Aramaic, the latter particularly relevant to his Jewish heritage. He also acquired a working knowledge of other Romance languages like English, Italian, and Spanish. This extraordinary breadth of linguistic understanding not only provided him with a deep insight into the mechanics of language but also reinforced his belief in the feasibility of constructing a new one. He understood the commonalities and divergences between languages, which would prove invaluable in designing Esperanto to be both logical and relatively easy for speakers of various linguistic backgrounds to learn. By the remarkably young age of 19, while still a gymnasium student, Zamenhof had already laid the groundwork for his universal language, which he initially dubbed Lingua Universal, a universal language. This early version, though rudimentary compared to the final Esperanto, already contained the core principles of its grammar and vocabulary. A well-known anecdote from this period recounts how his father, fearing that his son's linguistic obsession would derail his promising medical career, tragically destroyed this initial manuscript. However, Zamenhof's dedication was unyielding. Despite pursuing medical studies and becoming a successful ophthalmologist, a practical profession that provided financial stability, he never abandoned his linguistic dream. He continued to secretly refine and develop his language project during his spare time, driven by his unwavering vision for a more harmonious world. This clandestine work ultimately culminated in the publication of Un Nuevo Libro, first book in 1887, under the pseudonym Doctoro Esperanto, Dr. Hopeful, a name that would soon become synonymous with the language itself, symbolizing the hope he vested in his creation. Zamenhof became the movement's indefatigable central figure, dedicating countless hours to responding to a flood of correspondence from early adopters. These letters weren't just fan mail, they often contained questions about grammar, requests for new vocabulary, and suggestions for the language's development. His meticulous and thoughtful replies were crucial in clarifying the language's structure and building a sense of community among speakers who were often geographically isolated. He also took on the significant role of editor for some of the first Esperanto periodicals, such as La Esperantisto, which served as vital platforms for sharing news, literature, and fostering connections within the burgeoning global network. A pivotal moment in the language's history, and a testament to Zamenhof's foresight, was the publication of Fundamento de Esperanto in 1905. This wasn't merely another book, it was a foundational document that definitively established the grammar and core vocabulary of Esperanto. By setting these unchangeable principles, Zamenhof aimed to prevent the language from fragmenting into dialects, a common fate for many natural languages. This stability was essential for Esperanto to truly function as a reliable international auxiliary language. The year 1905 also marked another significant milestone, the First World Esperanto Congress in Boulogne-sur-Mer, France. This event, which brought together hundreds of speakers from diverse backgrounds, was a powerful validation of Zamenhof's lifelong dream. It demonstrated the practical utility of Esperanto for international communication and collaboration, proving that his constructed language could genuinely bridge cultural divides. His participation and address at this Congress solidified his role as the spiritual leader of the movement. Beyond the linguistic aspects, Zamenhof was deeply invested in the philosophical underpinnings of Esperanto. He envisioned it not just as a practical tool, but as a vehicle for a broader humanitarian ideal, which he later articulated as Homoeronismo. This philosophy promoted the idea of humanity as one family, transcending national, religious, or ethnic divisions, with a shared language serving as a catalyst for mutual respect and peace. His tireless work, including extensive translations such as portions of the Old Testament into Esperanto, continued until his death in 1917, leaving behind a vibrant, active, and globally interconnected community that continues to advocate for and utilize his remarkable creation. I am profoundly convinced that every nationalism offers humanity only the greatest unhappiness, and that the aim of all peoples ought to be, creating a harmonious humanity. It is true that the nationalism of oppressed peoples, as a natural defensive reaction, is much more excusable than the nationalism of oppressing peoples, but, if the nationalism of the strong is ignoble, the nationalism of the weak is imprudent. Both give birth to and support each other, and offer mistaken circles of unhappiness, from which humanity never leaves, if none of us will sacrifice their group's vanity and make the effort to stand on wholly neutral ground. 1914 Letter to TEHA, an organization of Jewish Esperantists. References: Korzhenkov, Alexander 2009. Zamenhof, The Life, Works, and Ideas of the Author of Esperanto PDF. Translated by Ian M. Richmond. Washington, D.C. Esperantic Studies Foundation. Archived PDF from the original on April 11, 2021. Retrieved February 19, 2021. Ziski, Jason. July 20, 2009, Discouraging Words, Failure Magazine, archived from the original on January 23, 2017, retrieved December 31, 2013. Gabo, Federico. October 8, 2015. An Alternative Globalization, Why Learn Esperanto Today? University of Amsterdam. Archived from the original on January 19, 2019. Retrieved January 17, 2019. Humphrey Tonkin, 4th Interlinguistic Symposium, p. 213, JKI 12-2017 1 PDF. 4th Interlinguistic Symposium, p. 209, Permanent Dead Link X5D, PDF JKI 12-2017 1. Babel.com, GmbH, Lesson 9. What is Esperanto, and who speaks it? Babel Magazine. Archived from the original on May 9, 2022. Retrieved May 20, 2022. Folio, Libera February 13, 2017. Nova Taxo, 60.000 Parolas Esperanton. Libera Folio in Esperanto. Retrieved February 16, 2025. Umberto Eco and James Fentress. September 9, 1995. The Search for the Perfect Language. Blackwell Publishing. p. 324. ISBN 978-0-631-17465-3. Winswiz, Andrei, Sulkowska, Mariola, Musiatoas, Marcin, Sulkowski, Stanislaw. June 2009. Laryngologist Leon Zamenhof, brother of Dr. Esperanto. American Journal of Audiology. 18-1, 3-6. doi 10.1044-1059-0889-2008-08-0002. ISSN 1059-0889. PMID 18978199. Kristerki Selman 2008. Esperanto, Its Origins and Early History PDF. Polish Academy of Learning. p. 2. Archived from the original PDF on March 4, 2016. Retrieved December 15, 2014. Krister Kieselman, Esperanto, Its Origins and Early History archived March 4, 2016 at the Wayback Machine, in André Pelzar, ed. 2008, Praskomisji Spral Europejskik Volume 2, pages 39-56, Krakow. Birth of Ludwig Zamenhof, creator of Esperanto History Today. www.historytoday.com archived from the original on February 10, 2018. Retrieved August 9, 2017. Dufour, Fritz 2017. Exploring the possibilities for the emergence of a single and global native language. Fritz Dufour. p. 93. Birth of Ludwig Zamenhof, creator of Esperanto. History Today. Archived from the original on February 26, 2019. Retrieved July 15, 2019. Keith Brown and Sarah Ogilvie, Concise Encyclopedia of Languages of the World Elsevier, 2009, ISBN 0-08-087774-5, p. 375. Vilnius, 1909, see Esperanto translation as Prij do Grammatico Kai Reformo en Logii. On Yiddish Grammar and Reform in Yiddish in Hebreo el la Ghetto, de Sionismo al Hilelismo a Hebrew from the Ghetto, From Zionism to Hillelism, Eldon Joe Ludovicito, Volume 5, 1976. Meaning in the Age of Modernism, C. K. Ogden and his contemporaries archived February 2, 2017 at the Wayback Machine, thesis of James McElvany, 2013. Nomination Archive. Nobelprize.org April 1, 2020. Archived from the original on October 8, 2014. Retrieved October 9, 2022. Esperanto, La langue qui s'évolue universelle. France Interference April 14, 2017. Archived from the original on May 17, 2017. Retrieved April 14, 2017. Olizola, Borja. Chatir en Esperanto, Vigésimo idioma del mundo más usado en la red. El Correo. 30-03-2011. Archived from the original on September 27, 2011. Retrieved April 7, 2011. Zamenhof Rose, Francis Lichen. Range, Habitat, Biology. Archived from the original on May 6, 2006. Retrieved January 28, 2007. Clausade, Giroux, C. Humio, J. M. 1985. Liconage de Occidenta Europa. Illustrata determin libro. Bulletin de la Société Botanique du Centre-Ouest in Esperanto. Volume 7, Saint-Sulpice de Royan. p. 823. Ludwig Zamenhof. They left a mark in the history of Odessa. December 15, 2019. Archived from the original on December 1, 2020. Retrieved December 16, 2019. Ramirez Franzen, Francisco April 1, 2018. NYTT Restaurantkomplex Pa Esperanto Platzen. Göteborgsposten. Retrieved December 16, 2024. Francis Lichen, Zamenhof Rose, more information, A archive. Archived from the original on May 6, 2006. Retrieved January 28, 2007. UNESCO archived April 14, 2017 at the Wayback Machine, UEA, Zamenhof Omagoda archived May 15, 2021 at the Wayback Machine. Jewish Heritage Trail in Bialystok archived December 29, 2019 at the Wayback Machine, accessed July 25, 2009. Author, Bernard, April 13, 2017. Esperanto alive and well, 100 years after Jewish inventor's death. The Times of Israel. Retrieved December 16, 2024. Salisbury, Josh, December 6, 2017. Saluton, The Surprise Return of Esperanto. The Guardian. ISSN 0261-3077. Archived from the original on December 28, 2017. Retrieved December 19, 2018. Kilganon, Corey, December 21, 2017. Felicia Ferrioj. Toasting the Holidays in Esperanto. The New York Times. ISSN 0362-4331. Archived from the original on April 9, 2018. Retrieved December 24, 2018. Privat, Edmund, 1920. Idealista Profito. Vivo de Zamenhof in Esperanto. Archived from the original on October 19, 2020. Retrieved April 12, 2018.
Wrecks on the floor where they drop like bombs. Faceless voices running all the cons. Digital whispers in a binary night. No light, no face, pure sound, no sight. Stories unfold in the dark, unscrolled. Echoes of silence, secrets untold. Waves crash loud in this audio cave. No light, no fame, just the sound we crave. Tune in, turn up, let the silence break. Raw, unfiltered, hear the earthquake. No mic needed, just the vibe that's real. Faceless words you can touch and feel. Hidden in shadows, voices untamed. No need for spotlight, no claim to fame. Just a beat of life in a stream of thought. Every word a punchline, no need to be taught. Just listen close, no visuals needed. Raw conversation, unprocessed, unseated. Feel the pulse in every sentence said. No distractions, just thoughts in your head. Whispers of the streets, rumbling through. Faceless yet vivid, a world in view. No mic, just souls, connecting in flow. Pure and raw, let the rhythm go. Pure and raw. Pure and raw. Silence break, raw, unfiltered, hear the earthquake. No mic needed, just the vibe that's real. Faceless words you can touch and feel. Tune in, turn up, let the silence break. Raw, unfiltered, hear the earthquake. No mic needed, just the vibe that's real. Faceless words you can touch and feel. Pure and raw.
Okay.